Hi, lovely, and welcome to More Than the Glass, a space for honest conversations about motherhood, alcohol, identity, and reconnecting with yourself. I'm Karen,
And I'm Gillian.
and wherever you are on your journey, you are so very welcome here because we deserve more. So, today's episode is about the raw, almost euphoric pride people experience when they begin navigating life, milestones, celebrations, and challenges without alcohol for the very first time.
It is like, see if you could bottle this feeling.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
amazing.
you wouldn't drink again. Like people wouldn't drink at all. Actually, it is like nothing. So I suppose to give everybody a wee bit of background as to why we want to talk about this
Yeah.
today is after you sent me an amazing reel at the weekend. And what remind me of the guy's name again?
So it's Danny Miller, so I'm a bit of an Emmerdale fan. And yeah, Danny Miller appears on Emmerdale, and follow him on Instagram. And I've been following like his well, what I thought was like a wellness kind of exercise journey, and then obviously found out at the weekend that he was celebrating a very important milestone, which is the reel that I sent to you.
So Danny celebrated 1 year alcohol free, and I was about crying watching this
Yeah.
reel, but such was the emotion in his reel. So just to kind of paint the picture, you can tell straight away he's on holiday. It looks like he's in some sort of kind of golf buggy type thing.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
talking straight to the camera. It goes on for a few minutes, and he described himself as pretty much a standard drinker, really, didn't he?
yeah, completely. Like what we would like deem as like that whole like grey area, just like kind of like I don't know, like normal relationship with alcohol, not in the addiction space, just where it just wasn't serving him, it wasn't bringing anything to his life.
And
Very
he sounds like he was a bit of a lad. Like he
yeah,
said, any of his pals would describe him as the drinker.
yeah,
Always up for a laugh, last one standing.
yeah.
Like as
Did
far
that
as I'm
resonate with
concerned,
you, Gillian? I
tick,
know we've spoken
tick,
about this before.
tick. Right,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
Every box was ticking for certainly for me.
yeah,
Like,
me too.
and yet he was. He was like he's like, I'm gonna celebrate today. And he was like, I'm not here for praise. I'm not here to be a voice of sobriety.
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you if you're thinking about it, if I can do it, MD can do it. See, if I had heard that at the beginning, I would have been like the beginning of my story, I'd have been like punching the air. I'd be like, yes, I
yeah,
can do it. It was always like a motivational speech, but
yeah.
not planned, not
No.
scripted. You knew it came for that guy's hat.
Oh my God, so much. You could feel it. It was so like palpable, wasn't it? Like you could feel the emotion coming from him and that pride. And
I can't remember what it was he says, but he was like, but I'm going to celebrate this. Like, for
yeah,
once in my life, I'm going to let myself say, you deserve this, Danny. Like,
yeah,
you could tell he was so pleased for himself, not just for himself, but for his family, because it was obviously as if there was whatever he said, again, I can't remember it word for word, but it was definitely fatherhood had, like, um, instigated
yeah,
this.
yeah. And it was about doing it for him, but also for his wife and his children. And again, to be that best version of himself that he could possibly be. And it shone through. My God,
Oh
yeah.
God, did it? I was like so chuffed for him.
Yeah,
So chuffed for him. I like wanted to cuddle him.
yeah,
I honestly, and it was just one of those views like you couldn't help but comment on it. You were like,
yeah.
oh my God, you deserve this so much.
Mm.
He was up, everyone else was still in their
Yeah,
bed.
they were. Yeah, yeah. It's early in the morning, wasn't it?
He'd been to the gym,
Yeah,
and then after I felt dead emotional for him, I felt a wee bit sad for myself. And the reason being, I just missed, I missed that feeling that you get in the early days.
Yeah. Those early milestones, like those firsts. Yeah. It's so in the beginning, they come thick and fast, don't they? And every single one of them feels huge. Like it feels enormous, doesn't it? Like, the first time you put yourself in that situation that is hard, it's difficult, it's challenging, but it's so rewarding and so powerful, and you just get that boost each time you're kind of like ticking off these firsts. It just feels so amazing, and you just feel so proud of yourself. Like, I guess, you're not just even like the numbers, so like the first week, month, like 28 days, 90 days, that kind of thing, but actually like the first like events and situations as well. The first time that you I don't know, go to like a concert alcohol free, like I can remember that, and it's just wild. You're like, oh my god, like almost like, I don't know, it's everything is in like full scale HD, like the music sounds better, like the atmosphere is incredible, you just feel amazing, and you're doing it sober, and you're like, go me, like I've just done that, and it feels huge, doesn't it? Like your first alcohol free holiday as well. I mean, that is like a massive achievement as well, isn't it? Because again, if you're anything like we were, you'd enjoy yourself on holiday, you'd have a few drinks and that kind of thing, and to again rewrite that whole experience, that whole pattern, everything that you know about going on holiday and doing it alcohol free, it just, again, you're so proud of yourself, and you're like, I've just done this, it feels great. And you can put that to everything, like, I don't know, like your first like girls' night out, or like your first Christmas as well. Like, again, massive, absolutely massive, and you put so much into these things, but then you can kind of, yeah, I don't know, get that lovely boost, and it just makes you feel good because that hard work that you've put in, you're seeing the rewards. And
That's it for me. I think you've touched on it perfectly, because it's almost not even what the event is, right? Because, and that's almost like another episode, jot that down. But like
yeah,
the holiday, the Christmas, the gig, like they are better alcohol free. They are. And we're not just saying that, they are.
no,
And we'll talk about why, as I said, on another episode.
yeah,
But this is the pride. This is the achievement that
yeah,
you have done it. So it could be something really small. It can be like the massive 2 week all inclusive holiday. Like almost whatever it is doesn't really matter. It's the feeling that you get from doing that. So it might be that you've done like, so the holiday, the first holiday will feel great, but it might be at the second or the third, or maybe even the fourth holiday before you actually feel dead confident, and you get the smug feeling of pride and achievement from that too, because as you start to grow in confidence and things start to feel easier, it is the sheer pride. And I think as well, because you've done this,
yeah,
you, like,
yeah,
there's things where you might have done a really good job at work, but that's been part of a team. You might have, I don't know, I can't even now think of other examples, but this is something that you've done. When I gave up alcohol, I done this physically on my own. I done it on an online community, okay? But I done it on my own. None of my friends were doing this. None of my family were doing this.
right,
My partner was still drinking. And so I can say, hand on heart, maybe for the first time in my life, you done this, Gillian. And that feeling, especially when we talk about the shame and stuff like that you've thought about, right? When you start to go, I've just done this in this alcohol obsessed world, me, all me, I done it, and the sense of pride. And the reason that I went, oh, because when I watched that after I had watched Danny's reel, is because I don't get that massive feeling, that bursting feeling anymore. And I'm going to work hard on bringing that back. Because I think once you become alcohol free and once you start feeling confident in it like you and I do now, it's almost like I go, oh, I'm 5 years alcohol free. I put a wee post on Instagram. I'll show John what day I'm on occasionally.
Yeah.
And I'll go, oh, yeah. But I'm not that. And there's beauty in being where we are, Karen. And I wouldn't take this away from myself either. Like, I love that now it is my normal.
Yeah, agreed.
But there's a bit about me not... I just don't celebrate the way I used to celebrate them because it wasn't the same. It wasn't probably the same struggle. It's not the same struggle as it was then.
Yeah, quite right. I feel exactly the same. Like being alcohol free is just in my identity now. That is just part of who I am. Like and that's it, and everyone knows that, and it's fine, and it's beautiful, and I wouldn't change it for the world, and it's like the best thing I've ever done. But like you say, you stop having those like firsts, and you do kind of stop celebrating. Like I do try and like celebrate like monthly or whatever, but then I also think, oh, people probably get a bit bored of that. But you should celebrate it, because actually what you've done and what you'll continue to do is incredible. Like you say, in an alcohol obsessed world, when it is all around you, to do something different and to put your needs first and to make that decision for yourself, it should be celebrated, and we should continue to celebrate ourselves, to recognise that in ourselves. Yeah. For me,
the one that I remember the most was 1 year, right? So 1 year, I went like Facebook official. I didn't even have an Instagram account back then. But I went Facebook official, like on my own page.
Yeah.
And told everybody that I had done this. It was dead interesting. We were camping. Like we'd rented a motorhome because it wasn't long after COVID, so everybody was doing motorhomes then, and I was at Loch Ness. Now, I had been at Loch Ness before for a festival called Rock Ness, and so I left Rock Ness. Fatboy Slim was a headliner. Like, let's just say
it was a very different experience that time. Yeah.
Very different experience that time. And there I was at Loch Ness again, 1 year, no beer. Like, 'cause that's the group that I done it with. And I couldn't believe it. I was in a wee bubble. I had prepped that Facebook post for I don't know how long, like imagining it. Yeah. Imagining what it was going to be like. And I was just so incredibly chuffed with myself. But the reason it was so powerful is because it was so hard to do. It was so hard to do. I'd done all that work. I'd done it myself. Sometimes you were doing it in secret. Like that idea of like going out and I'll just ask for an alcohol-free drink and hopefully nobody will notice and all this. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a covert operation, some of it, that first year. And then, so it wasn't something that I've just stumbled across. It was a year of hard work. And whether it's your wedding, whether it's your holiday, whether it's the girls' night, whether it's a family crisis or emergency, whether it's a Friday night, whether you just do your first Friday night, like, it's amazing. And they really should be celebrated, because there is literally no feeling like it. I do sometimes come close on a Sunday when nobody else is up and I've got my cough. But that's the piece of being alcohol free that I still get.
Yeah.
But the celebrations like Danny had on that reel, like, it is incredible. But it is because of all the work you do.
The biggest of struggles comes the biggest reward, isn't it? You know, and it's so true. So true. Yeah. And I think it's there's such an emotional roller coaster. Again, we talk about emotional roller coasters a lot on this podcast, but I think like the contrast points between, like, when you're drinking, like you say, that the chaos, the shame, anxiety, regret, the broken promises to yourself, going from that to the stark contrast of then when you start being alcohol free, it's you're being vulnerable. There's a lot of discomfort, fear, but then eventually you're going to euphoric pride, the self-belief again. And I know we spoke about that last time as well, didn't we? Like that self-trust and just being able to, like, believe in yourself again. And I don't know, like, it's a complete 180 shift, isn't it, to where you were. And like, I sometimes think I was like in such a like place of maybe darkness, and everything felt so heavy and such a lot. And then you start to come out of it. When you're finally out, it is just amazing. It's almost like going through winter into like summer, isn't it? You know, it's just incredible.
And physically as well, you get to go, like, so you've kind of talked about that emotional bit there, right? It, like, the chaos and the shame, and then the struggle and the pushing and the driving, and then the joy, right? But actually what it kept making me think of is, like, physically as well, like, you go from, oh my God, I don't want MD to know this, I don't want MD to know this, to publicly posting about it, and in our case, never shutting up about it.
Telling the whole world about it.
But I used to remember thinking, oh, I'm not drinking because and I'd make up these stories and I'd make up lies about it. And I'd feel ashamed of what I was doing. And then all of a sudden you get to, like, Danny on Instagram telling everybody, and, like, I know my sisters told me about, like, there's other celebrities as well that they'll eventually use their platform and talk about it. But just little old us, like, we mums, just doing our thing, all of a sudden we're like, I've not drank in a year, and all of a sudden you get to a point where you're like, you'll tell anybody that's listening to you.
Like, you're loud and proud. Like, I remember I shared recently, like, my first reel on Instagram when I was really, really early in my alcohol-free journey, and I was like trying to make it sound really palatable, and I was just like, I'm not anti-alcohol, I just don't really think it agrees with me, and this is going to, like, document my journey being alcohol-free. Now I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just like, this is, like, incredible, and I'm not going to dull it down, and I'm not going to, like, I don't know, make it more agreeable or anything like that. Like, you do, it's just like, no, this is amazing. Like, I'm not gonna make this. So
It's so amazing. I was jealous of Danny a bit on Saturday. I was so chuffed for him, but I was a bit jealous because I could feel it off him. I could see it and hear it, and I was like, why am I not still doing all that? So I'm Oh, I've got 1 month. I've got 1 month until I hit 6 years. I am celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm doing something
Well,
fabulous.
let's think about this. I think I think definitely a celebration. I'm going to be up, aren't I, at the end of June? So let's celebrate it. Yeah, let's celebrate it in style.
Aha,
Definitely.
because it's just it's a solo journey. This
Yeah.
some like it can
Yeah.
feel like a solo journey,
Yeah.
and so the only person that gets you to where you are is you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It is. Like it is individual, um, but the support from everyone around you and like on the outside makes it amazing. But it is. You've done it. No one else.
The
No one
the
else.
feeling of the feeling of pride in contrast to what you've went through to get there is just like night and day. It is like bursting out your chest.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating your 6 years.
We need to start thinking about what
We do. We need to plan.
100%. But yeah, it's like while you might be listening to this from a place of the like that chaos and shame and stuff like that, no, please know that you could be at a point for the first time in years that you genuinely start being proud of yourself and trusting yourself. Like you, and it doesn't need to be 1 year no booze, it can be a Friday night, it can be a girls' night, like all those firsts, like you said, they all start building up that like sense of joy in yourself.
Celebrate every little win.
They're so worth it. It really is. That stuff can't be bottled.
No, it can't. It can't.
Well, I think we'll leave it there in the hope that that has been enough to maybe just encourage somebody to be like, right, like I want some of that.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
definitely.
Well, thank you so much for listening. Again, we hope you're leaving this episode feeling seen, supported, and reminded that you don't need to do this alone. If anything in the episode has resonated and you're curious about what more could look like, find us over at our circle. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself because we deserve more.